These are the only entries which you people will get, so you don't need to have any confusion. Sales budget is one of the very important functional budget. The selling price of a product, it depends even on the advertisement, publicity and sales promotion. Sales budget is for us to actually know that whether our products are doing good or not. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for the Management Accounting session number 5. Now in this session I'm gonna explain you about what we have done in the previous session. I've given you a question, that is problem number 3, that is the following information at 50% capacity. So whatever is given here, that's a 50% capacity. You are supposed to calculate for 70% and 90%. I've got so many messages saying that, sir, what exactly we are supposed to do if these entries are not given, some other entries are given. I'll tell you here, students, these are the only entries which you people will get, so you don't need to have any confusion, or you don't need to have any of the fear saying that what else will come. I'll tell you here, when we went with this problem, the other information here, you are supposed to really concentrate. I'll tell you the two of the things what you are supposed to concentrate is. The first one, now 45% to 70% or say 60% is given here. So 45% to 60%. Now this is one of the slab, and what they have said is that the semi-variable cost, it will remain same. That means whatever is in the problem, you are supposed to retain it as same. So you don't need to change anything. This is the first slab. The second slab, now write down like this, right? Will raise by 10%. What is it? It will raise by 10% between 60% and 75%. We are only calculating what semi-variable cost here. So you can write like this, 60% to 75%. What is the slab here is, it increased by 10%. That means what is the base here? That you increase it for 10%. Now what exactly the base is here? When I say the base here, semi-variable is this. These are the three things are the semi-variable cost. Now 10 lakh is a base, 1,50,000 is a base, and 90,000 is a base. Now what you usually do is, when you go with 70%, 70% it comes in the bracket of what? That is your 60% to 75%. You are supposed to increase it by 10%, isn't it? That bracket it actually comes. So what you should do is, so from 60% to 75%, you are supposed to increase it by 10%, isn't it? So what you should do is 1 lakh plus 10%, 1,50,000 plus 10%, and the next one is 90,000 plus 10%. So this is the base, because what they have given in the problem, thus that becomes the base for the next one. So next one here, they say that further increases by 5% when capacity crosses 75%. That means now this is the C portion, that is 75% and above. You are supposed to increase by how much? 5%. So what is the base here? The base is again 50% column is the base, right? So from that you are supposed, that means now repair is 1 lakh. Now you need to increase by not more than 10%. It is only 5%. So 1 lakh into, that is addition of 5%. That is what you people need to actually go with. Now let's see that now we have solved the entire problem for you. Now I gave you the homework that you are supposed to calculate 90% and give it to me. If you have got 41,000 as profit, that means whatever you have done is correct. And this is the TVC, and we have TFC. Now total cost is what is calculated, and then 15 lakh was your estimated sales. 15 lakh. See here, at 90% capacity, sales will be 15 lakh rupees. So that means 15 lakh is the sales. And what exactly you got is 41,000 rupees as profit. This problem is solved. So students, don't get any kind of fear saying that how to calculate all these things. I've given you step by step. We have taken time and then we have actually done it properly. Next, what is that you should do is, if you have missed any of the classes, again go back to my sessions, watch the sessions, and while watching it, while me doing the problem, you are also supposed to take your notebook and then start writing it. I'll tell you, you can't just listen to it. Without practicing, you can't get flexible budget 15 marks. Let's go with our next topic today. We'll go with one more budget, that is called sales budget. Now in our problems, flexible budget or sales budget or even production budget, I'll tell you, I'll be giving you pro forma. Before that, I'll give you the introduction, why we are supposed to actually calculate these budget, what are the importance of these budgets. So the theory part will be there. I want you people to concentrate more on the theory part, because you will get to know why you are supposed to prepare these budgets or these statements. Now here, when we go with sales budget, what exactly sales budget is? Now I've given you here 3 points. That is, the first one, sales budget is one of the very important functional budget. So here what happens is, the sales executive, he is a person who will prepare this budget. Now why will he prepare this budget? Is to know that which product is doing good, which division, area, regional, they are doing really good. The sales is happening proper or not, whether the product is good or not, whether the customers are happy with the pricing and the quality and the quantity of this product or not. So each and everything is actually measured. But here, when we solve sales budget, or when we start solving the problems of sales budget, we only go with quantitative. We don't go with qualitative, because quality cannot be measured. It is only the quantity which can be measured. So sales estimate is the commencement of budgeting, which may be made in quantitative terms. See here, it is quantitative terms. It is not qualitative, because qualitative, you cannot measure it. It can only be graded. And the last one here is, sales budget is primarily concerned with forecasting, that is predicting. So we'll only predict or assume that the sales can be more or the sales can be less. To know how much and what exactly can happen, that's why we go with forecasting the sales budget for the next year. So usually what happens here is, sales budget is formed like budgeted sales. There are these words, please do understand these words. One is called budgeted sales. Now budgeted sales means are the sales which the company have asked the employees to do, that is the targets which has been set. The second one here is, the word is called as actual sales. Now actual sales here, that means what exactly the employees have sold, that is the actual sales. And the third one, which is the forecasting, right? This is what forecasting happens, that is called estimated or budgeted sale for next year. So this is for current year, and we prepare for, so what exactly we prepare? We will prepare sales budget for next year, that is again target given by the company, budgeted sales, or it is called estimated sales for next year. NY means next year. So these are the 3 terms which you are supposed to know: budgeted sales for next year or estimated budgeted sales for next year is what we actually prepare. And this is what the product will be sold in what quantities and at what price during the budgeted period. That is, we will go with quantitative, that is quantity. Now quantity is always in terms of units, right, or kg it goes with. Then price, Again, you have price. Now, price in the sense for 1 kg, how much? That is per kg will be calculated. Per kg, what is the price which has been allotted to that particular product? That is what the per kg or per unit or per kind of a thing. That is for one, how much it costs. Now, factors of sales budget. There are lot of factors, like key factors you have in sales budget. The first one you need to understand that is sales budget is prepared by the sales executive. So who will prepare the sales budget? It is done by the sales executive, taken into account number of relevant and influencing factors. So what are the influencing factors? The first factor here is analysis of past sales. Say example here, we are in 2021, isn't it? Now I need to actually sell the product and I need to quote the price for the product. So how the pricing is done and how much product should be sold, this is actually estimated by the sales budget. Now here what happens is the sales executive will take few of the considerations, or he'll get influenced by relevant information, saying that supposingly it's all matters about demand and supply. It is all demand and supply. Now understand, demand is more for a product. So what the sales executive does is he'll go with two type of pricing, that is penetration and skimming. So we know what exactly penetration and skimming is. Now when we go with this, he is a person who wants to grab the opportunity of the market. Say demand is more, he will actually quote a bigger price or a price which is like increase. Say example, the product was 50 rupees for 1 unit. Now the demand is more for the product. What he does is he'll actually increase it by say 10 rupees. Or he may say that I'll increase the product by the price by 5%. Now 50 rupees is that plus 5%. So what exactly it is? We are supposed to go with the next one. Say example, supply is more and demand is not there at all. What usually happens is we always see that what the competitor is quoting. So we know that the demand of our product is good, but still the competitor price is there. We actually negotiate with both the things and then go with the pricing. It is not that the demand is more, automatically we increase the price, or supply is more, automatically we decrease the price. We don't go with it. That's the reason here, relevant and influencing factors, the factors which influence the pricing, that is what the executive will actually see and then he'll go with it. Now the next one is the key factors. Now key factors are many, like we have production capacity, government restrictions, and competitors' strength and weakness. See, the way we do is the SWOT analysis, you people know. Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, all these are the key factor or influencing factors to decide the sales budget for the next year or the future year. The next factors here is advertisement. See here, when we quote the price, it is not just like this. I'll tell you, I have given you a formula, that is cost plus profit is equal to selling price. On this basis only we calculated the flexible budget, isn't it? Cost in the sense total cost. Now here also the price of the selling price of a product, it depends even on the advertisement, publicity and sales promotion. We are supposed to take that into consideration. Now how will we do is, this total cost only it takes advertisement, publicity and sales promotion. So here what happens is, if you need to increase the selling price, what is that you should do is, you need to minimize the total cost so that the profit can be maximized. So through this, sales budget will be very easy for us to actually form. Next is pricing policy. Now I told you about two of the pricing policies. One is the penetration, another is skimming. Now what is this? Penetration in the sense, in the early you will actually charge less price, and while going more you will actually go with more prices. Skimming in the sense, the minute the product will be launched in the market, will come to the market, what happens? You will quote high price. Later what happens is, gradually the product price decline, that is called skimming. So all your gadgets and everything, they go with a skimming. Electronic goods and everything, they go with skimming. Next, consumer behavior. Now what happens? There are many products in the market. The products are really good, but it's only because the consumer behavior, the product couldn't do anything in the market. There are umpteen number of examples where I can give you that the product was really good because of consumers' behavior, because of lack of education in the consumers. The consumer have not welcomed the product properly. Now the product is not there in the market at all. Next is nature of business, types of product, and product life cycle. Sales budget even depends on the product life cycle. A best example which I want to quote today is Nokia. Now Nokia is a company from Finland. Now Finland is famous for two things. One is Nokia, the other thing is the perfume which is made by the companies from blue whales. That is what the Finland is very famous of. Now when Nokia started their product, what really happened? They only produced 1 lakh units of mobile phone, that is a basic set. Later what happened, because of the consumer behavior and nature of business, the consumer behavior and nature of the business, what really happened is within 4 months they got an order more than crores together. Now they couldn't actually produce crores together. They went to the government of Finland, they requested the prime minister and the president, and then they actually got the fund from the government itself, and then they started it. It is all through what? Sales budget. That is, they thought that 1 lakh production we will actually do it, but later they thought if the demand is more, probably we should only manufacture 2 lakh units, but the demand was so much that they got a contract of 1 crore products within 4 months, 3 to 4 months. Now this is what the prediction is. See, that's why market is volatile. We don't know what actually happens. The same way, if you take an example, now Ratan Tata, he really wanted to produce nano cars in a bulk. He felt that people will definitely buy it, but what really happened? It went adverse. Right? So these are the examples of sales budget where you will actually get a profitability as well as you will actually get a loss. But sales budget done properly, you can actually reduce losses rather than actually getting more losses. So this is the sales budget pro forma. Let's see the pro forma properly. Let's understand how the sales budget is prepared. Now I don't want you people to actually read from here to here. You will not understand even anything. So let's go with the first one, that is particulars. Now you have the first column, particulars, where you have two of the other column, that is division and product. Now understand why we prepare sales budget. Sales budget is for us to actually know that whether our products are doing good or not, which product is doing good, in which division our head office is doing good or the other branches are doing good. That is what we are supposed to estimate. So here we will write division. Say example, I'll give you an example. Say Karnataka is one of the divisional head, and there are two products A and B. So what I'll write here is, I'll write here Karnataka. Here I'll write product A, product B. This will be the total of Karnataka. So we call that as grand total of Karnataka or total of Karnataka. Now unit, budgeted sale for current year will be given in the problem itself. They will be giving you the units and the rate. If you multiply both, you will get the amount. The same way, URA. You are supposed to remember this. URA, unit, rate, amount. You are adorable. That is how you can actually remember this. Now actual sale, in the sense that particular year, what was the actual sales? Now when I say budgeted sale, means that particular year, what was the target given by the company? That is called budgeted sales. So it is the target. Right? Now actual sales means what? Target was given, fine, but can we do the same thing, or we can exceed, or we can actually go less? So it depends on the reality, right? That is the actual sales. So this is done by the employees. Actually you have sold how much units? Again, URA, unit into rate, is equal to your amount. And the last one here is we prepare this on the basis of current years. Now supposingly we have done really good and people are buying our product. What happens in the adjustment? They say that this can be increased. When it is increased means we are supposed to increase. Again in the problem we need to check increase by budgeted or actual, then we will increase it. This is what the pro forma of sales budget is. Tomorrow we'll come back and we will solve the first problem of sales budget, which is directly have taken from the 2019 question paper. So let's solve the question paper. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you. Any doubt you have, please comment and like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.